Morning, everyone. Boker Tov. So we're continuing along in the Halachot of Hanuka, and now a new Siman Tafresh Ayin Aleph. And here the Shulchan Aruch begins. Tzarich lizaher meod v'adlakat nerot Hanuka. We have to be very careful with the lights of Hanuka. V'afilu ani hamitfarnes min tzedakah. Even if a person is very poor and his whole parnasah is through tzedakah, shoel, he should borrow, or mocher ksuto, or even sell his clothing, v'lokech shemen lehadlik, to buy oil and to light candles. So this expression of even selling your clothing is only in two places: the laws of lighting candles for Chanukah, and to buy wine for the night of the Pesach Seder, to such an extent that even selling your clothing. And the reason for that is because it's pirsumei nisa. It's not just a mitzvah for yourself, but it's a mitzvah that you're showing off to others. So it's so important, this mitzvah of Chanukah, and also the 4 cups, even though the 4 cups you're at home, but you're usually with a family, etc., and therefore you show off the miracles. You talk about the miracles of Pesach. So over here as well, we talk about the miracles of Chanukah. When people see the lights of the candles, it's wow, it's not just for me, it's for the public as well. So that's why it's so important, even to such an extent. And the Mishnah Brura writes over here that why do we have to be careful with it? Because also the Gemara says when a person is careful with the lights of Chanukah and the lights of Shabbat, the candles of Shabbat every Friday, it's a zechut to have children Talmidei Chachamim. So that's why we have to be very careful and do it correctly. And the last point he says on this is that technically, when a person, we're going to learn in a moment, of course, that every night of Chanukah we add another candle. Day 1, 1 candle, day 2, 2 candles, 3, etc. But the absolute minimum that you need to fulfill the mitzvah, let's say you're stuck, you're whatever, is even if you light 1 candle per night, you already fulfill the mitzvah, technically. So if let's say you're stuck or whatever it is, you could even make all the brachot on it, etc. So when it says over here, a person needs to sell, even to sell his clothing, it's even to just do the minimum mitzvah, then that is his requirement. The next halacha here is how many candles do we have to light? So the Shulchan Aruch says, of course, as we do, we light 1 candle day 1, and we keep on going. Day 2, 2 candles. Day 3, 3 candles. Till the last night is going to be 8 candles. And now here's the big difference between Ashkenazim and Sfaradim. Says the Shulchan Aruch, V'afilu im rabim b'nei habayit. Even if there's many people that live in the same house, lo yadlik yoter. Don't light more than the 8 candles. I mean, to only light 1 menorah for the whole family. The Ashkenazim argue, and the Rama says that their minhag is to light 1 menorah per person in the house, but the wife, the Mishnah Berurah says the wife and the husband are like 1, so 1 menorah for the husband and the wife. But other kids, etc., in the house, each one lights their own menorah. And be careful to separate the menorahs in the house so that it doesn't look like it's one continuous. What is it? The 25th night tonight? 25 candles all in one row. That it looks like it's separate menorahs. And what's interesting to point out here, and the Be'er points out, and also beautiful, connection to unity, is that the explanations that say light 1 menorah per person is actually the Rambam's explanation, which is Sephardic, and generally we go with the Rambam. And the explanation that says to light 1 menorah per household is from Tosfot. Tosfot's from France. And generally Ashkenazim go with the Tosfot. So here's an interesting halacha, that the Shulchan Aruch goes with the French Ashkenazic explanations on it, that with 1 menorah per household, and the Ashkenazim go with the Rambam, with the Sephardic explanations on it, that it's 1 menorah per person. So it's an unbelievable understanding, but that's what we do, 1 menorah per household, and they do 1 menorah per person. And then the reason for the household is because everyone is relying on the parents, etc., and therefore everyone's under that household, so it's 1 menorah for the household. Okay, that's that for today. And mincha tonight at 4:10. 4:10, still early. We'll see you then. Have a good day, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom.